Hi everyone, welcome to Nollywood Film Club. I'm Mr. C, a Veruca critic. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's a short one. Not a lot to say up top either. I think I did tease next week's um, Nollywood conversation, so I guess look out for that. Um, Not a lot to say, just I hope you enjoy Nollywood Film Club discussing Momiwa. To discuss. But anyway, that's how it goes. Welcome to Nollywood Film Club. We do discuss Nollywood movies every Sunday, 6 p.m. We'll discuss what we don't like. We'll discuss what we don't like. We'll disagree if there's anything to disagree about. And then we'll give a nice summary at the end. Today we're discussing Momiwa, written and directed, co-written by Biodun and directed by her. Um, yeah, I can't wait to see how this one goes. All right, Nollywood must change. What did you think of Momiwa? What did you like about Momiwa, rather?
Okay, hi everyone. I don't think I like anything about this movie. I'm trying to see whether I like anything. Not like it was bad or disgusting to me, but I don't think I like anything about the movie at all. I don't think I like anything about the movie. But the funniest thing is I don't hate the movie totally like that. I don't have a total hate for the movie, but I just don't like anything about the movie. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're off to quite a short start already. Mrs. C, what did you like about Mommy?
Oh, I feel like I need to put something in my calendar for after film club today. What did I like about Momiwa? Oof. Okay. I swear I had something. The kids are cute. I like that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, here comes Vanessa to save the day because all we have for the good section is the kids are cute.
They were
You people are rude.
Here comes here comes Vanessa to save the day with her likes for Mommy. Well, because you
You
cannot
people are rude.
you
Who
cannot let
said the
Biodun
kids are
down.
cute as they're only good?
Me. Nollywood Must Change did not have a good.
Ha! Nollywood must change. You people are wicked. You people are rude. You people are liars. You people are liars. Okay. Okay, good. All right. My first good. This film felt like kind of sort of old Biodun Stevens, right? Where it's like we care about heart, it's a heartwarming story about life. Also, I appreciate Biodun Stephen for writing near perfect women who just are so self-sacrificing, inherently good to the point where it's like, is somebody that good? While we might have our issues with a overly perfect character that seems to have no flaws, I appreciate Biodun Stevie for sticking to her guns and writing characters like that. So that's a good for me. I felt like it was something that I was used to seeing from Biodun Stevie. Um, I really like Blessing Obasi Nze. This wasn't a bad performance from her. Was it a tad dramatic? Overly so sometimes, but I didn't hate her in this. What else did I like? I guess the kids were cute. I don't know. Um, what else did I kind of like in this? I mean, I guess I kind of liked how I felt watching this. It was over. We've been inundated by a bunch of horrible stuff this year. This year has been horrendous for Nollywood and films and in that nature. But I felt all right watching this. It was a nice, calming, enjoyable watch. Not overly offensive, at least not to me. I don't know why people are so angry that not even one good came out of people's mouths. But I didn't find this overly offensive. I thought it was all right.
Okay, all right. Vanessa, with the template.
After all the you people are liars, raggedy bitches,
but you are rude.
fake lives.
But you are rude. I was better. I found things to compliment.
Maybe.
You people are rude. Nollywood must change. Not even one. You people should be finding the love of God in your heart.
I put it to you that you are the liar.
No, I need you people to find the love of God in your heart. Find one thing. Not the kids are cute.
That was one thing. 2 kids, in fact, so 2 things.
Wow.
All right. Okay. I do have a couple of goods. I think I thought this looked much better than a lot of Biodun films. Actually, I think it might be the one of the it's definitely in the top 3 of the best looking Biodun films out there. And I don't mean just in I think but the way the colors in the way it was graded and some of the camera work it's not anything amazing. I'm not saying the camera work is fantastic or out of this world, but for Bearden, because like it's a thing that every time I watch a Bearden Stephen film I can almost expect that it's just going to look not good, and we're just going to have to deal with that. We're just going to have to manage because that's what we have. But yeah, so I thought there's an upgrade there. I also want to give credit to Uzo because I don't think it's easy to play this character where there's almost it's very easy to shine in all his like A Tribe Called Judah roles where you're loud, you're being brash and all of that. But I think Uzo is very good at losing. I think I'm not even sure if it's a film term or it's a philosophical term. This losing the ego, where it feels like I'm not seeing him. I'm seeing a character that has come up in, and like whoever was in A Tribe Called Judah is nowhere to be found in this performance here. Like there is no trying to show off. There's not trying to do anything. He's just there, present. He knows he's not there to be. He doesn't overly
He knows
dramatize
he's not the
any of
lead
his.
in this.
Yeah, he knows this is not his show. He's not the one. He's not trying to steal anybody's thunder. He's there to serve, and he does it pretty well. Obviously, for me, the way this character is written, maybe even bonus points because very light on very light on character, to be honest. But I thought he did a pretty good job, and so yeah, those are the things. Those are the things I appreciated about this film. All right, okay, all right. Let's pivot into the things we did not like. Nollywood must change. What did you not like about Momiwa? Wait, sorry. Before we pivot into what we did not like, sorry, Gloria dropped her like. She said she watched this one with her parents and she really enjoyed watching it, even though you people are cooking it on here. Please, if you do like it, please do comment so that we can dilute the hate on currently in the speakers platform, seeing that it's just me and sort of Vanessa giving this film props. Although I am about to cook. I can't lie. All right. Things that we did not like. Nollywood must change. Please go on.
Communitor.
Oh, okay,
Later
all
when
right.
it's like 2
Vanessa.
Later in 5 minutes, I'll be later in 2 minutes. Whoa, Egbo. Things I didn't like. First upon first, what's that her name? Kí lorúkọ mọ̀mọ́ yẹn? Auntie. Kí lorúkọ sister yẹn náà? From Real Housewives. Iyabo Ojo, Auntie Yabo. Auntie Yabo, ẹ má ṣe irú eléyìí again. Don't do this again. Don't do this type of thing. Let this not repeat itself. Because what was that? Do you know? I was all right with this film. I was watching this film until when Iyabo Ojo knocked on the door. But she knocked on the door, man. All my spirit just went down into the gutters. I was upset because I was like, we were all right with the performance in this. I mean, like they weren't spectacular. They weren't anything groundbreaking. It wasn't like Blessing was showing her acting chops off, but like it was all right. I was there trying to figure out who is this woman to them that is bringing girlfriend in the house. I was like, okay, I can't wait to unfold this. She get me bang. Only for Auntie Yabo to come. Money, Auntie Yabo, don't do this. Don't do this. It don't make sense. It didn't work. So sorry, Auntie Yabo. I know Auntie Yabo thought she was giving the performance of her life, but it didn't work. Auntie Yabo, it didn't work. What else? I found, half of the half of the premise of this is all right, yeah. Idea of a mother abandoned child, father have to raise child, but you have this woman that you raise child with. All right, half. That's why I say half of it. The rest of the premise I don't get. I genuinely don't get. One, I don't like the messaging of like, I get it. Maybe he never really saw her in that light where it's like, I don't find you as a romantic partner. So for them to now just tack it on at the end, one, I felt disrespected on behalf of Momiwa. I'm quite disrespected because you rubbish one here. I'm now consolation prize. Even the way they even wrote it at the end, the way you even say, hey, boy, only people do you think? How do you feel? Money go punish you. How do you feel there? Thunder soda your nyash. How do you feel there? Because what? What was that? Like, what? Do you know what? I would have been perfectly all right with a story where it was this woman just wanted to take care of these children out of the goodness of her heart, love these children, love this man at least on the platonic level where it was like their family to me. Why bring in by force, by fire, romantical at the end? Why? Why, when she didn't go away, when she left the house, why did she want, start over her life, enjoy herself, find a fulfillment within herself? Then if she decides to come back to the children, it's based on I'm just here for the children, love taking care of you guys. Carry on with living your life. I'm going to carry on with living my life. This by force romantics. Very stupid, completely unnecessary. Second, I don't appreciate the bringing back the woman into the house as a cause of strife and cause of tension, because where did it come from? I mean, I get it. Momiwa left because I don't like the way this woman is making me to feel. But me, I didn't even understand why Momiwa was trying to fight for her place in the house. Yeah, honestly, like throughout this entire time, this man has been having girlfriends. He's bringing the girls into the house. You've never felt like, granted, she's never felt like her position was threatened because her position in the family wasn't one of a romantic nature. So why all of a sudden you people just came and dabarubo everything and spoil it into the ground? Could make sense. Also, the sound in this was, my God, I see. I hate Mr. C for making me notice sound deficiencies in films now. Because, like, before I was in blissful unawareness, blissful ignorance. I just watch film. Oh, if I need to increase the volume, I increase the volume. If I need to reduce the volume, I reduce the volume. If it's doing me crack in my ear, I ignore it. But now I can't ignore it. And I feel quite offended. The sound in this wasn't great. I don't know. Just, the thing with a lot of, and I love Biodun Stephen. She knows I love her. The thing is, I feel like Biodun Stephen needs to take a break. Yeah. At Biodun, Emma Binu, if you do per chance, never listen to Kenen Ejo, Emma Binu, and this is coming from a place of love. This is coming from a place of respect. At Biodun Ejo, take a pause, take a break. Can figure out if stories will tell. She get me banging. And how you want to tell them, and perhaps collaborating with people who will help elevate your filmmaking and elevate your storytelling. Yeah, because right now I feel like Auntie Biodun is stuck in a rut, and it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking, because these films just get to a point where it's like it's not there. Like, even the stuff that used to be like the running thread where it's human interest stories, really heartwarming, give you all the feels. I'm struggling to get the feels. Like, it's not even there anymore. That magic that used to be Biodun Stephen's films and isn't there anymore. And it really upsets me. Like, it's really painful. I don't know, man. Yeah, I said it wasn't offensive, but like at the same time, it wasn't very good.
All right, thanks, Vanessa. And can I suggest, once Biodun wants to take a break, can I suggest we go to Ibiza or Karami? I'm just saying. I'm just trying to. Yes. No, I'm just saying, like, if a stallion wants to go anywhere, I'm just.
Bills on you, back.
and
Bills on you.
no. I think it's part of the detoxing experience is to spend the
To
money.
detox your
It's for
money
her to
too.
spend to spend the money. So yeah. All right. No, thanks. Thanks, Vanessa. Nollywood must change.
Okay, anyways, let me. I think Vanessa has said most of what I want to say actually, because when I was watching this movie, I was like, it felt like someone just made up a story in their head, and they just, trying to make us feel for someone. It felt like there was time Nollywood would always do all this poverty story that the family would just be dying, 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 dying. And you'd be like, okay, why are people dying in this movie? Because most of these things don't happen. She just sat down and make up the story because people like sister. Now she's making Momiwa. So that people would kind of like I didn't kind of relate to this movie. I don't think anybody would relate to this movie because I didn't enjoy it. I was like, what's going on in this movie? I just want her to do better with storytelling. You just make up. You're making writing a drama. This is a drama, not an action movie or sci-fi. Yeah, you can make up things in sci-fi, in adventures, but this is a drama. It has to imitate life. You can make up things in drama, but it has to imitate life because Mommy just felt unreal. It felt like something that would never happen. I was like, this doesn't happen. This can never happen. I believe it would never happen. Apart from that, there was uh the part where Momiwa went to one school and found a teacher who impregnated maybe her staff or I don't know who that guy is. I'm like, why are you forcing someone who doesn't want to take care of a baby, who doesn't want to take a baby to marry her? Like, why are you forcing it? Are you not trying to put her into trouble? Do you get it? I was only if it was really a woman that wrote this movie because why are you trying to what kind of message are you trying to pass with this subplot in this movie? Are you trying to prove Mommy was a good woman? Because that doesn't make her a good woman. I'm sorry if I don't know what women feel about that, but that doesn't make her a good woman because you're trying to the person responsible for the pregnancy doesn't want the baby. The only thing you can make him responsible as a father, but you can't force the lady to marry him. Do you understand? So I kind of feel like most of the things that happen in this movie, they don't really make any sense. I'm really sorry to say that they really don't make any sense, and it's just the funniest thing was that the movie was not bad for me to watch. It was kind of enjoyable, but it didn't really make sense to me. I felt it's something like that should have gone to YouTube. It felt like those YouTube movies. Maybe it would have been a better YouTube movie, but I really wish Biodun Stephen can make better stories. She can do better with her storytelling. All this drama you are just making up, you want to make characters that people will relate with, people will pity. They don't make sense. They don't make sense. The way she characterized women, I'm really not enjoying it anymore. It doesn't make any sense. I think that's all I have to say.
Okay, all right. Thanks. Nollywood must change. I forgot one of my good stuff. Let me just implant it here. I did think for Momiwa's character, it was nice of her. It was nice of Biodun to set up that she was this helper of things by sorting the house helps man out early on. I forgot about that. Let me check that in. Vanessa, is it quick?
Yes, very quick. I just wanted to tell Nollywood must change. I don't like this thing that everybody used to say about YouTube. Omani Oboli is giving us back to back glory YouTube. So fame Mionje YouTube fame. Yes, sobe. YouTube is not it's not our dustbin of bad Nollywood films. Netflix and Prime may have a little something to say about that.
I think this one would be good for you. I never say it's the bad. It's the bad.
It is
But
good
this one
for
would be
Prime.
good.
It is good for Prime and Netflix because based on the choices they've been making lately. Kasutana, what do you mean?
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Vanessa. Adonai, you didn't say things you liked. Do you want to give us both things you liked and maybe things you did not like about Momiwa?
Oh, okay. Hi everyone, first time speaker. Things I liked. I liked the fact that that it was the mom who left. We don't really see those kind of stories in Nigerian movies. It's always usually the dad who left. And there are times when
Oh, Adene is gonna mute. Okay.
right, sorry. I did not usually see those kind of stories being told in the media, though it later fell short. Things I did not like, they could have handled the situation, the story way much better. I was actually excited to see how they would tell the story. Like we all knew that when Iyabo Ojo came in,
Adene, again, have you been abducted? Oh, no.
no, not adopted, network is iffy.
Okay,
Right,
all right.
right. I didn't like the way they handled the story. As soon as Auntie Yabo, when she came in, I knew that obviously she was lying about the postpartum depression. But I was like, there was this scene where they were having an argument, and when Momiwa was asking why she didn't like her and why she wanted her to leave, and then Auntie Yabo was trying to say that seeing her showed all the ways that she was like being left wanting, to show all her inadequacies. I felt like they could have fleshed that story out, like if they'd gone in that direction and not the whole like she ran away. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but if they'd gone in that direction, the story would have been way better than the direction they now later took it in, and they just brushed that under the rug. Then I felt they didn't show the effects of their mom living on the children, most especially the daughter. Like half of the movie, we don't see her again. We just know, oh, she doesn't want to come home because her mom is now back. They didn't show that, and which is disappointing, especially for Biodun Stephens. Her movies are usually, human interest, and there was not that in the movies, and so I didn't like that at all. All right, that's all for me.
All right, no, thanks, Adene. Thoughts appreciated. Well, welcome as a first-time speaker. Hopefully, this does not put you off coming up next week. All right, Mrs. C.
Yeah.
What did you not like?
What did I not like? So I'm going to just start off by saying that it's us here that have problem, because I searched Momiwa on Twitter and it's a lot of love. People are loving this. People are crying. People are all in their feelings. So maybe we need to self-reflect. But the things I didn't like about Momiwa, so like Paul Vanessa's good was, appreciate Biodun Stephen for giving us this perfect. I hate it.
I say I do know, but I just appreciate the effort.
No, I don't appreciate the effort. There are very few things I hate. Very few things I hate more than an in quote perfect female character. It's not even just about her being female, and this just translates to everybody in this film. There are no characters. Nobody here is a character. Momiwa, this one is called Momiwa, and really, what do we know about Momiwa? What do we know about Momiwa? What is there to Momiwa outside of, hey, she's kind and she tries to fix everybody's issues? What is her past? What does she want out of life? Like literally at the end of the thing where they go, oh, my friends think you're married. And he goes, what do you think about it? And she's not, nothing over this film has given us the indication that Momiwa looks at this man in a romantic way. The minute his wife comes, right, and gives her sub story, she's like, put her bags in his room. So how did we get there? Momiwa is not a character, and it really stresses me out. Momiwa is not a character. This person is a caricature. Iyabo Ojo's character is a caricature. It felt very, again, we say we want a simple story, and a simple story is fine, but it felt very school drama. Then this happened. Then this person is a bad person. And then this person does the bad thing. And then she calls police to arrest her. and then he chases her out of his house, and then they bring Momiwa. Momiwa comes back. It was just very and then, and a very surface level, and then if it doesn't feel like what I should be getting from somebody with Biodun Stephen's experience. It doesn't even seem like something I should be getting on screen, to be honest. It's a school play. That's what it felt like. That's what all these characters felt like. Momiwa's character pissed me off, not gonna lie. Like, yeah, she was fun, whatever, but why are you forcing a woman on a man? Yeah, I didn't like this story. I really didn't like this story. And I was like, I don't know why this story is annoying me. I shouldn't really care. But there was something very old Nollywoody about it. And it made me feel, maybe we should drop all this nostalgia, because I think it might be driving us in the wrong directions. Momiwa's character of sainted woman felt old Nollywood in a bad way. Iyabo's character of cunning bad woman felt very old Nollywoody in a bad way, with everything including not being able to cook. Like, she's such a terrible woman, we've included she can't even cook. That felt very old Nollywood in a bad way. So maybe we need to give nostalgia a rest.
Well, no, the wicked people don't know how to cook.
Wicked women don't know how to cook. And just honorable mentions to when she said, sorry, Mr. C, maybe I've stolen you this thing, but when she said, yeah, I was in my 20s. I was a young woman in my 20s. I had to stone her shoe because, first of all, she wasn't 18, right? She'd run out of them when she was 18 or 17. Like, hey, I was young, I was a teenager, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was in my 20s. I'm in my 20s. I know not to up and run on my But yeah, anywho, and also, I mean, Auntie Yabo looks very good, but she does not look like she's in her 30s. Let's be for real here. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, also honorable mention to, I don't like Biodun Stephen's writing these shitty children. Her children are always a bit shitty, from Sister to this. I wanted to smack those children in Sister for how they just, hey, daddy's here and he's buying phones. Sorry, mommy, you're poor. To the little girl, sure, the girl had some gumption, like, nah, this woman abandoned me. I don't want to see her stupid face. But the son was like, hey, hugging. And it's like, it's back to the surface level of it.
No, but the senior sister did not come back from boarding school.
I said the sister own, hey, we keep our own aside. At least the sister had some characterization. But I'm guessing maybe she went with, well, he was a child when she went away. So he was a baby, right? So, he doesn't have enough time to build that kind of resentment. But what it is I think the boys were 11, 12. I have an 11-year-old nephew, right? If someone showed up tomorrow that this is his mother, right? He's not going to be hugging her within 5 minutes. That person is a stranger to him. He doesn't know her. And it's the same thing. This boy in this film, he doesn't know this woman. He was told his mother's dead. Momiwa has been the constant in his life since he was a baby. She has raised him, right? There's been nothing to show he misses the impact or the existence of a mother in his life that would cause him to take to this stranger so quickly that he asked his daddy for her to move in. How? Why? It's part of the very surface level execution of this story that really pissed me off and really felt like it should not be coming from someone with this much experience.
Well, you should apologize for stealing my sister connection, because I was the one that made that one. But anyway, the sister connection is, I guess I just wanted to build up on, I don't think there's anything material I can add to this, except maybe the fat. I think I've been calling it fat where sometimes a scenes clearly are too long and they go on for way longer than they need to be. And this was the case for me throughout the film, especially in the beginning, to be honest, when I was like, I get what the scene is now, but it just I got it about like 30 seconds into, maybe even 15 or 20 seconds into the scene, but it will drag on for 4 more minutes. And just every extra minute we spend trying to, okay, I get it. Can we move on now? ever since Pearl said it's like we don't have to say goodbye. And it's like we keep on doing. We keep on going back. It's just I can't. It's such a good metaphor for the way we do facts in films, and I just can't. I can't. The amount in here is right from the beginning, and it's well, it's I have to say it's very characteristic. It's quite it's a nostalgic characteristic of old Nollywood, to be honest. That kind of fat. So yeah, and to be honest, Biodun does do old Nollywood quite. I would say she's one of the last touch carriers for old Nollywood. But yeah, this one is not. This one did not hit any real spots for me. I thought the messaging of everything was, like Mrs. C said, was quite flat. I don't mind. I feel like I don't mind this story. We could have told the story about Momiwa, who is this person who is like just a overly good and overly she wants to fix a bunch of things so much, and then this person who's clearly not good for her comes in, but she's caught up in wanting to fix people that she ends up causing some the demon that puts her into trouble later. That's an interesting story. It's just the way it's told is so boring. Again, when every scene starts, you sort of, and I feel like this is what we meant back when we used to say old Nollywood is so predictable. I actually think that a lot of the times what we were saying is that when you start the scene, you almost sort of get where we're going with this, and it felt like this from in almost every scene, and it was very tiresome. They didn't do, and there was nothing nuanced about it. Okay, so this babe has come. She ran away, and she's coming into the house. How's she going to get into the house? Oh, mommy was just going to beg. Um, any special thing? Is she going to do any special thing to get, because like she did run away for a long time. No. Mommy was just going to beg extra hard, and that's how she's going to get into the house. Oh, she's going to stay in the house. Is there anything? Oh, we've built this whole resentment thing, this bridge that cannot be crossed. Is there, is there a cute way how we're going to get past this? Coming to stay in the house. Oh no, she's just more begging, I guess. And then, oh, but the husband is not going to forgive her, right? He can't possibly forgive her. Well, she's going to. It's just the simplest. It's like I mean, like,
so I ran away for 12
years. If this is how things could be sorted, I can't believe this guy who's been harboring what was it, 12 years of resentment, and just one line. It's just one line was what did it. Anyway, that's what the film felt like. It just felt like somebody had a story they wanted to tell in terms of those beats, but we didn't even care about how we wanted to make it work, to be honest. So that's what we got. Anyway, Nollywood must change.
I kind of hate that people are saying they don't expect this kind of story from Biodun Stephen. Sorry, who else do you think tells this kind of story in Hollywood? Like, this is area of expertise, and she tells this kind of story. You guys enjoyed Sister. The only thing that makes Sister different from this one was that Sister was the kind of a character that could make decisions on her own. That when this thing came back, the villain of the movie came back, she was like, no, you can't take my kids away from me. And we had that for a long. She could make decisions on her own. So I think that was the only thing Sister was better than this one. So I'm kind of surprised that you guys are saying Biodun Stevens doesn't make this kind of movie that you do expect this one from her. This is all what she has been doing. This is the kind of movie she makes. So I'm not surprised. I don't know.
I push back with, and I guess we're into pushback now. Biodun has made good movies. Picture Perfect has interesting characters. Even though we have this woman who's trying to be a single mother, she's somebody who clearly thinks highly of herself. And she's an interesting character. She sleeps with this guy who's a tout. She gets ashamed from it, and she doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. Interesting. A character that is doing different, is exploring, it's staying within character whilst trying to grow in the space that Biodun allowed her. Interesting. This is not, but I understand the sister comparison because I think Mrs. C was saying Sister was somewhat interesting. At least Sister was doing things. I do think Sister was only doing things that the plot wanted her to do at whatever time the plot, because when the kids start begging as well, Sister's like, okay, I guess. It feels like that's not the sister. That's not the sister I've been seeing up till now. That sister would have been like, okay, you can have your little thoughts, your little children thoughts, but I'm not letting this man anywhere near you. And honestly, same for I think even at some point, Momiwa standing up to Yaboju's character, I thought was, and at least I thought that was what sister should have done at some point. But she let it get too far, to be honest, because it seems like Momiwa is this character who's supposed to be just quite almost ever present, and just you don't want, if she comes for you, or that problem, you're the problem and you're gonna get fixed. So it's just so uninterestingly done. But I don't know, some people seem to like it. Lamy says, I watched it a few weeks ago and I think it's an okay watch. It works for a family watch, so I guess that's nice. The big thing I didn't like was Iyabo. She didn't fit well in this. Also, the scenes where she locked Momiwa up and everyone was looking for her felt very unserious. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a lot. Does anybody have any pushback?
You're rude. I hope you know you're rude.
I'm not rude. I think I've given this film more props than anybody here.
I mean, fairs. This is my thing. I'm just in a very meh with the film. It's just very meh. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I recommend a break. I recommend a hiatus of some sort. And if I can also add, I hope our contract with Anthill has come to a close, because, well,
For you.
anyway, Anthill, me and Anthill, we know where we stand with each other.
Is it Anthill or Inkblot? Is Inkblot?
I don't even know again. Boya Inkblot, Anthill, both of them. Whoever she has collaboration with, I hope contract is over. Please, contract should be over by now. Please, so she can go on her hiatus in peace and not feel beholden to how many films that people say she must make for you people. I beg.
But Vanessa, this is what Biodun used to do. She used to pump out. She's worked for Iroko TV. This is her bag. She used to pump films out. This is what she does.
Yeah, but she's been doing it for so long. She needs a break. She needs a break.
Run out of fuel. Okay.
She has run out of fuel. She needs a break. The Iroko period was a breath of fresh air. Like, she was one of the few people on that app where, like, 90% of her films were all like in the 90 percentile. And back then on Iroko, like, if a film was in the 90th percentile, if it was like 93, 94, 95, 96, it was a good film and you'd watch it, right? And a lot of Biodun Stephen films were in the 90th percentile on Iroko. Like, she held Iroko down for a long time. And then she obviously left Iroko and went on to create more and more films. But it's like, I'm gonna need my good sis to take a break, reset, figure it out. I don't know. I don't know. Work with new writers. I know she writes a lot of her stuff, but Boya, she should go and meet Omoni Oboli and ask Omoni Oboli who our writing team is, and perhaps she should poach a couple from Omoni. Yeah, no. And then maybe she can give that Omoniobole writer the Biodun Stephen touch, because honestly, I can see that working very well.
Okay. No, I hear you. Yeah, obviously, Malfa still stands with it. Nollywood must change.
Okay, my problem with I think Biodun Stephen's problem is that because whenever she does something and people likes that thing, she will try to replicate that thing and keep going. The way she did Sister, she set up. Oh, people like Sister. Let me do Momiwa too. Do you understand? And she has this thing for she's trying to do something that people will relate with, people will characters that people will empathize with, and be like, oh, I'm so sorry for this character, this and that. I think that's the problem. She doesn't want to do characters that would be, how would I say it, anti-hero characters that are bad people, but they are trying to make something out of something. Do you understand? So she needs to like, how, how would I diversify our characters, diversify our stories, change, do things, make things. I think Mori and Co is a different thing, but I don't think she wrote Mori and Co. I don't know. But I'm looking at Mori and Co. I think it's a different thing from what she has been writing. So I wish I had the best with that. But I want her to do better too. I really want her to do better. I'm tired of room and parlor films actually. I want her to do better. I want her to do big films. I really want her to do big films. Yeah.
All right, thanks. Nothing must change. I do think it's normal for if something work, you try to do something like that again. I just don't even think. Well, I think the things that worked in Sister, one of the major things that worked in Sister that doesn't work here is number one, that Kende performance is not here. And where Kende was also playing someone who was an illiterate, she was playing a serious character and someone who you would have to feel for, when things hit the fan. Anyway, I was looking at her co-writer for this film. I think his name is Frank Collins, Frank Gift Collins. Sorry, he wrote something like, I think he wrote. I'm just looking at his IMDb credits. Just for last year, he has like 16 IMDb credits for 2023, which as a writer. So anyway, Uchenna. Uchenna, are you there?
Yeah. Sorry, just had to move from. I'm sorry, I lost track. Are we in the pushback section?
Yeah, we're in the pushback.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see this movie, of course, as it's not available in my region. So I don't have anything to say about the movie, but I wanted to talk about the frequent references to Ammonia Bully. Because I was thinking about her just last night, because I was watching a bunch of her movies, and I'm really going to have to disagree with the elation around her work, because I think I understand the appeal of her work. I think there's something about her style that has a bit more sophistication than the average YouTube content. The way the characters look, the way they act, the way the sets look, um, something about the cinematography and the lighting looks a bit more sophisticated. But when I heard praise for the writing, I just had to speak up, because I think the writing is the worst thing. Like every Ammonia Bully movie I've seen on YouTube suffers severe pacing issues, where you look at the timer and you see that you're about 40 minutes into the movie, and the actual story hasn't yet started. So I'm gonna I just wanted to say
Elation is a strong word. Am I a bit enthusiastic? Yes, because Nollywood on YouTube has been in a rut. Like it had like a really good moment sometime last year.
Yeah, they had a good moment. I would say, was it earlier this year? Or sorry, last year.
Yeah. Late last year into early this year, and then it kind of went downhill. Ruth Kadri
going on.
Yeah, Ruth Kadri was in a good moment last year, and I was like, oh, possibly.
Really going.
But then this year kind of went down the drain. And then Omoni came on the app. And I was like, oh, there's a couple Omoni films that are great. The most recent ones, I'm like, but like elation is a bit of a strong word. I'm not particularly elated. Do those films have flaws? I've had a conversation with someone and we're like, on an average, the writing's okay. But I think what it is with the money is I think it's a lot of things that happens in Nollywood. Is a lot of the writing gets director interference, and it kind of gets switched up in the weirdest little ways. And I think I see that a lot with a bunch of the stuff on Omoni's channel. It's like I think the writer wrote a completely different story, probably in a different way, and then Omoni them decided to change it in the way Nollywood changes a bunch of things when films get into the hands of directors and stuff and producers
Well,
and things of
perhaps
that
that's so. I
nature.
mean, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to evaluate that because, to be honest, I've rarely finished any of those movies because usually, like you'll see the thumbnail that's maybe shows three characters and it suggests some sort of love triangle, and you're just watching the movie about a husband and wife and a husband and wife, and you look and you're like 50 minutes in and the third character hasn't even really been introduced yet, and usually around that time I just give up. So I can't
The
tell. I
thing
can't
is,
evaluate.
maybe this comes from, in the words of Taylor Swift, you wouldn't last a second in the asylum in which I was raised. I mean, whatever that baby girl said. I guess maybe
Wow.
I'm used. What? I'm quoting Taylor. Sue me.
I have to draw the line at Taylor Swift's quotes here, to be honest.
I'm
We've gone
so.
so far off, we are in Taylor Swift territory. Well,
No, but what I mean is, even the stuff that's not on YouTube, we've complained on like films on Prime and stuff, and like films don't start until like 15 minutes into the film. Do you know what? It's par for the course now with Nollywood. It's par for the course with Nollywood now. I'm like, oh, film never starts at 40 minutes. Oh, we thank God. But
I agree with you. I agree with you that it's par for the course. But the thing about it, I guess, is that I'm at the point where I want to stop tolerating
you know,
that stuff
that's fine.
because
Honestly,
I
I
used to be
completely understand
I used
that.
to be extremely gracious with Nollywood and give them passes here and there, and I found that eventually I felt it was affecting my own personal
Yeah, no,
tastes
no, I completely get
because I
that.
was corrupting myself because I was allowing myself I was giving passes to stuff like this that frankly is not good, and I felt it was just really lowering my
You know
bar for
what?
what is good. So I mean, I don't
You know,
tolerate it.
that's good. I'm glad that you're taking that strong, bold, decisive step because I think the rest of us are NFC. Don't laugh. I'm not even joking. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I'm not even joking. I'm being very serious right now. I'm very glad that you took that bold, decisive step to stop because we in the NFC that drank the Kool-Aid that Mr. C poured for us. We drank the Kool-Aid that Mr. C poured for us. Our standards have dropped. I won't even lie. Our standards have dropped. We've been inundated by mediocrity for the past how many years? Every week we come onto this space and we talk about mediocre films, and because of the way this space is set up, we actually have to look for goods. Yeah, we have to look for goods to say about the mediocrity that's put
all
out.
right.
So
Okay, nowadays,
our standards have
I think
dropped.
we have. I think we have to demand good. Not we
We,
can't. I don't think we.
tell Mr. C that.
I
Tell
don't think
Mr.
we
C.
do any
Tell
favors.
Mr. C. He goes to premieres and meets these filmmakers. He needs to tell them. He needs to tell them.
Mr. C, hey, what the prepares are moving filmmakers.
I'm actually tired of you guys. This is supposed to be pushback section for mommy. We have
I'm pushing
entered.
back on you. I'm pushing back
Let
on
me-
you and what you've done to
I don't
us.
know. Anyway, all right. So next week, on that pushback, let me preview what we're doing next week. Before we enter the gutters of Oloture the series. Next week we're going to be doing a topic. I think right now I'm on old Nollywood versus new Nollywood. I think we might have done this conversation in our first two or three topics, but I think it might be worth bringing that back again, just so maybe we can even highlight some pathways, because I think even like with discussing about Biodun still has Biodun still feels like old Nollywood, and I think that's why a lot of people still even appreciate her or like her work, is because all these other new Nollywood things, they're doing things that really don't look like what people used to grow up watching. It's just very, very far from it. And when they see something like this, they're like, "Oh, at least this one or something." I don't know. Maybe I'm doing some mind reading there, but I strongly suspect that's what's going on. But it'll be interesting to see how we tease out old Nollywood and new Nollywood. So I guess that might be a break worth looking forward to, since Mr. C
I
will
feel
not
like
be.
you should. I feel like you should give people a time period, because there seems to be a lot of misunderstanding between what is old
Okay, between
Nollywood.
old Nollywood and new Nollywood. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
because what people call old Nollywood.
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll figure it out, and by Monday we'll Monday, Tuesday actually. Sorry, Tuesday.
I think
I'll put that. What's that? Nollywood Most Strange.
2010. Year 2010 is old Nollywood before year 2010, I think.
I know,
That's
before
what I think.
2004. No, 2006. Because 2006 was what some of the dredges of Nollywood. Let's not. 2006 is where it
Yeah.
started, not 2010. 2006. Because
See,
that's when we
Vanessa,
got a.
Nollywood is Yoruba movie, Yoru Nollywood. Does it include this conversation? Would it include Yoru Nollywood?
Where
There was time we had
Temafe
a
include Yoru
KKK.
Nollywood. But 2006 era was when we had Olu Jacobs play the Beast in Nollywood's Cinderella, the Beauty and the Beast. The Beauty and the Beast. And Olu Jacobs played the Beast.
Did
And to be honest, well, if anybody can find that film, don't watch it.
Personally, I would say that old Nollywood is any period before the release of Nollywood movies in cinema became extremely commonplace. So for me, I extend old Nollywood up to even up to 2011, really. But I'm closer to the claim that 2010 would be the cutoff. But yeah.
Yeah, actually, that makes decent sense. But yeah, we'll we'll sort out those details by Tuesday. Thanks for all of the help on that. Anyway, all right, let's do a summary and see if we can wrap this up in less than an hour. All right, Nollywood Must Change. You want to give us your summary for Momiwa?
Oh my god, my summary. I think I would recommend this movie for anybody that just want to watch something, you want to do your laundry and play something in the background, or you like YouTube movies, you're the type of that like Omonio Bullies, YouTube, Ruth Kadri's, YouTube kind of movie. So I would recommend that to them.
Okay. Thanks.
A rude person. If it's me, I tell you that back with me.
Vanessa, do you want to do your summary?
My summary, yeah. This wasn't an offensive watch. It wasn't a very good watch either. I mean, Yiko's not here to do her spiel, so I guess I'll do Yiko's spiel. If you find yourself on a Saturday, I mean on a Sunday or a day after work in the evening, and you can put the film on. Stop. You can put this film on. Give it 30 minutes. If past 30 minutes you don't like it, you turn it off, because films are made for entertainment and all the rest of the stuff that Onyekon really says. Yeah, at the end of the day, I can't tell you what to do. Oh, yeah, she always says that. She says, I can't tell you what to do. So, yeah, I can't tell you what to do, man. Give it 30 minutes. If you don't like it, turn it off. If you want to keep watching it, carry on. I don't find it particularly offensive. It didn't work me up to the point where I'm like, oh, don't watch it. But it's not particularly good either.
All right. Thanks, Vanessa. Mrs. C.
Yeah. So I want to say I would recommend this, just based on how many people seem to like it.
Who cares?
But yeah, no, I did not like this, and I'm gonna reiterate Vanessa's thing on and to be should take a break, a nice extended vacation. Me too, I need one, to be honest. But yeah, no, I did not like Momiwa.
Hey, you can join us On vacation.
It's going to be Mrs. C on vacation.
Meet yourself, my G. Miss C invited to me and Biodun's vacation. All right. So for me, in the spirit of stealing other people's things, I'll still do China's on. This one was not made for me, quite clearly. But even in saying that, I do think there's just much better versions of this out there. So it's just not one. I thought it was quite for what it was trying to go for. I didn't think it did well. So that's what I'm saying. I found it very, very boring, and very tedious. Just a chore to get through. Did it over 2 days, and it still was very difficult to get through. But I'm still open for that vacation. Don't mind me or distance I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. So hopefully next week on Nollywood Film Club we'll be doing a topic and we can get a break because when Oloture the series drops by, thanks Kemi Adetiba. When Oloture the series drops by, we're gonna have to do some binging on that Friday, and some people might be in pain. But I wish you guys all the best, and hopefully next week's topic should be fun and a welcome break. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to the episode. If you enjoyed listening and would like to join live, just follow us on Twitter at Iroko Critic and join us every Sunday 6 p.m. West African time on our spaces.